His Excellency the President of Pakistan, Dr. Alvi, fellow members of the Cabinet, Excellencies, distinguished guests, thank you very much for gracing the occasion and supporting us in whatever we're doing today. I came across a 2019 monograph which is rooted in gender inequality and is a public health problem and an impediment to sustainable development. So it's a public health problem. It's mental health and physical health. I came across some statistics where people are discussing that the Women Peace and Security Index in Pakistan is pretty bad. I won't give you the number. It says 27% women experience domestic violence in Pakistan. And it is only 51% of women who feel safe. But then in this 2019 monograph of WHO, which I've just stated before you, that says that around the world, whether it is Pakistan or any other country, 30% of women have globally experienced some form of physical or sexual violence. So if we are at 27%, we are not that bad. But of course, there's a lot legislated in the year 2006, and it has made marital rape an offense. Then we have the Protection Against Harassment of Women at the Workplace Act, that is 2010. There is the Asset Control and Asset Crime Prevention Act, 2011. Certain steps that we are taking to improve that. Of course, there is a 14-year punishment if there is a person who's found guilty of under this statute. But then there is no financial compensation or provision for a lifelong care or rehabilitation for the victim. We then also have the Prevention of Anti-Women Practices Act of 2011, which ensures women's rights to inherit property. It prohibits any forced marriage. It prohibits marriage to the Quran, and it gives the woman the right to dissolve the marriage in case she's falsely accused by the husband to have indulged in adultery. We have the Domestic Violence Prevention and Protection Act. There is an Anti-Honor Killing Act. There is an Anti-Rape Act. And in this Anti-Rape Act, there is DNA testing. A female police officer lodges an FIR. There is a concept of legal aid, and so on and so forth. But we are attempting to take all these laws to a next level. The federal government has introduced a women property empowerment statute. I am reminded of a judgment of the Supreme Court of Pakistan in the year 1994, when the Supreme Court said that if you really want to empower anyone, then you need to give that person or institution financial independence, financial autonomy. And this women property legislation, exactly, it is aimed to do that. If there is any undisputed case in respect of any woman, whether she is a rich woman, a poor woman, or of any age, she can take the matter, or any NGO can take the matter to the Women Ombudsman, and the Women Ombudsman would have policing powers, and within 3 months she would make sure that, or he would make sure, the Women Ombudsman can be man or woman. The Women Ombudsman would then pass corrective orders so that the property goes to the woman. Then we have a legal aid authority statute, which gives preference to women and children. And then very recently, say about 3 weeks ago, the Prime Minister has been pleased to give me the task in relation to criminal justice system. And we are planning to bring about sets of laws so that we can take the criminal justice system, introduce forensics. I've spoken to the worthy EU ambassador, and she's been very kind. She's promised to help me. Let's see how it goes. But you know what is all this about? Women violence. We are protecting the victims. We have support programs for the victims. I have come across a United Nations women group monograph, and that says that, it is good to go for women support, victim support, but try to focus on preventive measures, and that is what we need to do. And preventive measures, I tell you, the basis of any preventive measure is to change the attitude. If the man living in any place of the world, if he is told that male chauvinism is not something that he should be proud of, it is no bravery. In fact, if there is male chauvinism, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Thank you.